Well, howdy diddly dandy there, chums. Right, well, today I'm going to be going to look for a curious deposit farm. So first I had to find a curious deposit planet, so I jumped on over to Reddit. Let me just show you what I found on Reddit. Let me see, I'll just drag that over onto the opposite screen here. Lovely jubbly. And if I just click back on here for a second. So this was actually discovered by Deaf Turtle. Deaf Turtle, something like that. Yeah. Anyway, here we go. So here's the actual coordinates right here. So I'm going to be keying those into the portal. Let's get those keyed in. So thank you, Deaf Turtle. Righto, there we are then. Right, so I need myself a double pigeon. Boom, de boom. A dippity-do and an eclipse. I need myself a pyramid, a box with a brick in it, another dippity-do, and a dragonfly. Last four, flux capacitor, a box with a brick in it, a dippity-do, and a waypoint. Okay, well that's all activated, and I should be able to jump back on over into game now. And hopefully once I get out to the portal on the opposite side, we can go looking for curious deposits. And I'll show you how you find a curious deposit, and you can put down your base and create a farm there. I'll see you over there, people. Righto, well here I am, arrived at Cated. Says it's been discovered by Ron Burgundy. He's from that weird movie, isn't he? From years ago. Alright, anyway, we need to find a deposit farm. Now, I'd imagine that there's deposit farms all over here, but I kind of want my own one. So, I guess it's a case of searching for one. So all I'm going to do is call in my Sentinel ship. Now, Sentinel ships, they can hover in place and they can fly quite slowly. So the idea is, I'm just going to fly slowly over and look for a curious deposit farm. Now, you can do this on pretty much any planet, and every planet is going to have a free star item on it. But if it's got metal fingers, or if it's got sac venom, then it's not going to have curious deposits. And all you do is just sort of just fly on over. I've locked on to going east, and you just fly low and slow, and you should see a free star icon appear up on the radial at the top middle of the screen there. Just like you just saw a green plant fly past. That's one of the harvestable plants on this planet. Well, I'm looking for a yellow one with 3 stars in it. We're going to be flying across someone's base in a bit, and I bet they've got a load of curious deposits there. Obviously, I can't nick theirs. I mean, I could just use any of the bases here, but I kind of want my own here so I can get back here nice and easy. That just threw me off my marker, didn't it? But anyway, when I come across one of the actual icons that I'm looking for, I'll be sure to let you guys know. Okay, so bear with me and I'll reconvene in a bit. Now, you can do this inside of Exocraft. If you're not having much luck, you can just sort of do this in an Exocraft, and hopefully you're going to see an icon that way. But I've had most luck with Sentinel ships and doing a low flyover. And hopefully you're going to see it pop up on the radial in the middle. But they're 3-star, quite rare items. Even on planets that have them in abundance, they're still quite a rarity. Okay, chums, I've managed to find some, and they're fairly close to this Colossal Archive. So yeah, let's go and have a look, see if anyone's got a base by them, which they haven't, which is awesome. I guess, and I'll head on over, and we'll be putting a base by these curious deposits. And I'll be showing you why I'm doing this. I used to have a curious deposit farm some time ago, and I deleted it because I figured that, you know, the tainted metal was a better method for getting nanites. But I saw a video by Hero to You, and yeah, pretty darn freaking awesome video, to be honest, showing something that you can do with this new ingester. Anyway, I'm going to build a little base here, and then I'll show you my base after I've built it. Okay, right, well, I've built my base, so I've got myself a teleporter, and I've got a galactic trade terminal around there, lots of solar panels and 2 batteries. And then through here, I've just got a room full of medium refiners, 3 medium refiners, a nutrient processor, and 2 large refiners. So I can refine all of the lovely curious deposits. Now, if I was to just zap one of these with my mining beam, of course, you're going to get runaway mold, which is lovely jubbly. Kaboom. There we go, got a load of runaway mold. Nice. Now, I can go and stick this inside of here. So, runaway mold. Let me just find the runaway mold. So, here's the runaway mold. Runaway mold, when you put it in, is going to turn into nanites, which is great. Everybody knows this. However, what people don't know is the next step of how to get shed loads of runaway mold super darn quickly. Now, technically, you could just duplicate this using like a personal refiner if you really wanted to. However, what I'm going to show you is another way to get loads of runaway mold using those curious deposits that we already have, a legit way. And it's using a new piece of technology that we've got for our exosuits now, which is this thing, which is called a nutrient ingester, which you can purchase a kit up inside of the spatial anomaly. I'll show you which NPC sells this thing. But anything for the exosuit, you want to go and speak to Celine. This like reptilious one with the tongue that flicks out. So if you go and speak to her, and hopefully when you look at her exosuit upgrades, you're going to find it within inside of here. There it is right there, the nutrient ingester. Okay, coolio. So you are going to need a few different commodities to get that installed, just as a heads up. But it's her that you get it from. Now, inside of the actual ingester that I just showed you, if you can bake questionably sweet cake and put it inside of your ingester, it's going to give you 10 minutes of massive increase in whatever you harvest. So when you shoot those runaway mold balls, you're going to get loads. Now, you can look at the actual instructions for this somehow. One second. Okay, chums, so this is the actual cake that you need. Questionably sweet cake. You need cake batter and sticky honey. So first I'm going to show you a planet where you can get the sticky honey in abundance very quickly. Yes, excellent. So I'm going to head on over there right now. Okay, chums, well, I've arrived, Decated, at my honey maker. So this is actually a base that I've had for frickin' years. We've got a little honeybee here. There he is up there looking at it. He looks lovely. Little baby honeybee. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Now this planet is just covered in honey. Or it used to be. It better still be. That'd be a git if not, because it's my only planet that I've got that's got honey on it. Oh, don't say they've gone and destroyed my honey planet. Hold on. Bear with me, people. Chums. My honey planet has changed. It no longer has frickin' honey on it. Well, that really sucks. Okay, I'd have to find another honey planet. This could take me a lifetime. Okay, chums, well, I believe this code is going to work. So we've got ourselves a Diplo, a pigeon, and a TP, and a William and Twirly black hole. An eclipse, a whale, another whale, a box with a brick in it, and a Triforce. Now I may have messed up because this is saying last 4, but there's only 3 icons left. So here we go, Boatman Boatface and a double waypoint. There we go. Alright, that seems to be right. Now this is in Euclid and I got this over on Reddit, and let's see if we can find out who said this on Reddit. This was 8-Bit Goat. 8-Bit Goat, thank you very much, 8-Bit Goat. Righto. Okay, chums, well, I've arrived, Cated. Now, these structures here used to give honey before. Now they just give carbon. So, maybe my world beforehand would still have given me these structures. Oh, there we go. So, although it says... Oh, maybe my last planet would have worked, but to be honest, I wasn't seeing as many of these structures on my old planet. My old planet used to be littered in these. There we go. We're getting lots of carbon, but we're also getting sticky honey. It makes me wonder whether my old planet would have worked. Alright, well, I might as well just build another base here anyway. I'm just going to get away from the actual portal. Thank you very much for subscribing to Surion. Dan! Nice. Right, well, I'm just going to get inland, find a nice place to build a base, and build a base here. Yeah, chums, well, I've made a base and I've called it Honey Farm. I'm just going to upload that quickly. Now, I've put down some auto feeders here. There's a couple of creatures here that may give us the produce that we need. Let's have a quick look at the harvester. Yeah, so we need milk because we're going to need to make some cake batter at some stage. But yeah, we've already got the sticky honey that we need. So now we just need to make cake batter. So I'm going to need this, but I'm also going to need eggs. Now, sadly, none of the creatures here give eggs. They just give milk, and lots of milk. So I'm just going to leave that going to get myself a load of milk. I need to stay here for a little while, though, just to get the milk. In fact, let's just grab the milk while we can. Boom. So that's 6 milk out of there. Nice. Other harvester over here. Another milk out of there. I'm only going to make a couple of cakes, so I don't need a great deal of the milk. Let's go over here. Let's grab the milk out of this one as well. Coolio. Right, well, there we go. That's that pretty much done. We're going to head inside this little building down here. I've got a little save point in here. Nice. And I've got myself some nutrient processors, but we'll get all the ingredients we need, and then we'll reconvene in a bit. So I've already given you the portal location for this planet, for the honey. So you're definitely going to need it for the honey, but you can also set up some feeders here to get your milk. Okay, so I'm back on my honey base. I mean, when you're away, the fauna don't carry on getting harvested, though, just as a bit of a heads up. So you're not going to come back to an abundance of stuff. You have to stay at the base. It's a bit of annoyance. But I'm looking for a Enochian cactus, or... There you go. I call it a Enochian cactus. That's not how you pronounce it. But anyway, I'm going to head on over there, and I'm just going to harvest some of that. I'll see you once I get there, people. Okay, well, I've arrived. Now, you're going to need the hazmat gauntlets to actually get this stuff. So they're the hazmat gauntlets. If you haven't got those, you get them from that same vendor that I showed you earlier, Celine, the reptilian flicky-outy-tonguey lady. Get them from those. Get them from her. Anyway, I'm just going to pick some of these. That's probably all I'm going to need. Right, now we can head back to our runaway mold farm, which is actually on an ice planet. Now, for us to get refined flour, it's probably best just to use glass granules, which you can get from the frozen frost wart on that planet. Now, what I'm going to do to my base here is I'm going to put a load of frost crystal in one and a load of cactus in the other, so you can just get it all here. Right, so there we go. Or I can get it all here. I mean, you guys can use my base. I mean, I've got no need for nanites. I've got loads of nanites. So I'm just making this video as a little bit of a demonstration. Okay, chums, well, I've planted the plants, but obviously they're going to take freaking ages to grow. They're going to take an hour, and they're going to take 15 hours. So, luckily, I've already picked the cactus. And I'm not going to wait an hour for the frost crystal to grow, but they will be here. They will be here at my base. Hopefully, by the time you guys come and visit, if you come and visit. My ship is getting in the way every single time I go to one of these bases. Right, anyway, now what I'm looking for is frost crystal on this planet here. So let's see if we can find it. There's some sweet root, which would turn into sugar. But then again, I've already picked the cactus now, so we're okay for that. When you want it, you can't find it. Frozen tubers. Dang it. Frozen tubers. No, I want frost crystal. Dang you. All right, let me just go find some frost crystal, and I'll be right back with you in a moment. Oh, something to mention, chums. Did you see these big critters here? I think they do tall eggs. Let me just check. Yes, they do. So even on this frozen planet, you can get eggs. I like Diplo eggs, but you can just use the tall eggs on this planet. So that could save you a trip to my Diplo world. You can just get them on this frost world. If you build some feeders around here, we could actually feed these creatures. I might put some feeders around here anyway, so I've got a choice of the two. Okay, there is actually some frostwort not so far from my base. Look, there it is, all there. And there's my base right there. So I don't know why it wasn't showing up on the scanner when I was actually videoing earlier. Right, anyway, let's head on over there. Let's just pick a little of this, because we don't need much at all. There you go. That'll do us. That'll do. Let's head on back over then, and let's start getting all this processed back inside of my farm. Brilliant day. Okay, chums, well, at this base, I've put down some feeders. And in here, you're going to get yourself tall eggs and milk. So you're going to get all of this here if you set up some auto feeders. So fresh milk, and also you're going to get the tall eggs. So the only thing we need is the actual honey. So chums, the creatures on this planet, this one over here, these striders, you can just feed these independently, and you can collect eggs from them. They're going to give you tall eggs. Boom. Okie dokie. Now, there are other creatures on this planet that are going to give you the milk. I don't think these ones, they give you some sort of weird apple. These little creatures over here, these little deer type looking guys, they're going to give you milk. So if you feed these, they're going to give you the milk. Okay, now, as I showed earlier, I have actually got some auto feeders by my base that's automatically feeding and harvesting everything from these creatures anyway. If I can get to it, I'm freaking stuck in a tree right now. Okay, now we need to get the frostwort that we just got. And we really don't need to make that much. We'll stick that in there. That's going to turn to glass grains. So let's make the glass grains. Okay, then we take the glass grains and put them over there. And that's going to turn into refined flour. So let's make the refined flour. Cooking with Captain Steve. Again. Okay, right, so there we get the roan flour out of there. Now we need to find our milk. So let's see if we can find the milk. Come on, milk, where are you? There we go, the milk. Let's stick that over into there. That's going to turn into cream. And then the cream, we're going to be using that to turn into churned butter. So we'll get round to that in a moment. That's the next step. Okay, now we take the cream, put that over into there, and that's going to turn into churned butter. Lovely. Choppily. Churned butter, here it comes. Now we're going to need to sweeten this butter, but for now I'll just put the butter back into there. And what we need is that cactus that we picked from the other planet. So let's grab a load of that. Again, we don't need too much of it. I'll stick that into there. That's going to go to cactus nectar. And then the cactus nectar goes into processed sugar. So we'll be right back in a moment. Okay, we get the cactus nectar and we put that over into there to make the processed sugar. There's a lot of steps to this, isn't there? I can see why people don't overly do a lot of cooking. There's a lot of jumping around planets and having to do a little bit of jiggery pokery. But you know what? I think once you see the end result of this, you're going to say, actually, that was well worth it. It's going to save you shed loads of time of teleporting backwards and forwards to get all your runaway mould. I don't know why that stopped there, but there we are. We'll just take the processed sugar out then. Okay. We'll stick that into there. Right, okay. Now we need to sweeten that butter. So we need that processed sugar, wherever it's gone. And we also need the churned butter. So there's the churned butter. Right, and just need the processed sugar. There it is right there. That should give us sweetened butter. Heck, yes, it does. It does indeed. Right, so chums, I've got the sweetened butter in there. Then I just want my flour. So where's my flour? There it is. Chickapow. And then the tall eggs that we got. There's giant eggs there. I want the tall eggs. Tall eggs. Doesn't matter, you can use other eggs if you want to, but I've got loads of tall eggs there. There we go. Slap those into there. And that's going to make the cake batter. Okay. So coolio, once I've got the cake batter, then we've got the base ingredients. You just need sticky honey and cake batter. Okay, that's done. I'm just going to put the leftover ingredients into there. Cake batter over here. Grab the sticky honey. Where are you, sticky honey? Stick that in, and that's going to make the cake that I need. Okay, I'll let you know once I'm done. Where my sticky honey is. Come on, sticky honey. There it is, right there. Stick that into there. And that's going to be making the questionable cake. The sweet cake. There we go. Let's make that questionable sweet cake. I guess. Here we go. Okay, we've got our sweet cake. Right, brilliant. Now, if I head on over to my actual farmy bit, let's just move my ship out the way that keeps getting in the way. I could put a landing pad here, and that would get it out the way permanently. That takes effort, so let's just move it there anyway. Go there. Right, now you know how much runaway mould I was getting before. I was getting about 700 per ball, right? Now, if I use this new piece of technology... Where are you, bit of technology? There it is right there. Let's click it. Head on over here and let's find that questionable cake. Come on, questionable cake. There it is right there. And let's just put in one of those cakes. And you can see we're going to get 10 minutes of 64% resources mined. Okay, so here we go. Let's begin ingestion. Now, let's see how much I get per ball. Are you ready for this? This is probably going to appear just above my head. There it is right there. Hold on. Let me just come off the screen slightly. There you are. You can see it above my head now. I just got 2,000 for one ball. Let's do that again. Boom. Now you can up this. I've got 1,500 on that one. You can up this by using like the Atlantid multi-tool that's got the runic lens in, or the staff that we got on one of the Echelon expeditions. Or you can just enhance your mining beams all the way to the max. You know, there's ways and means to get even more than this. I got 2,000 on that one. Honestly, don't think you need to, though. Because, you know, you only need 9,999 to have a whole freaking stack. And when you go over here, you're going to have loads of this runaway mold. Right? Just more than you know what to do with. Look, I've got 9,999 right there. And then you can just go and chuck that into your refiners inside your refiner base, and jobs are good 'un. So there we go, people. That's how you can make your questionable cake. That's how you can get loads of runaway mold using this new ingester. And I need to say a massive, great big thank you to Hero to You. So thank you very much, buddy. Heck yes, I love your content. If you haven't already subscribed to Hero for You or Hero to You, make sure you do, because he's awesome. He's over in Egypt. He's got a bit of a strange accent, but I love his accent. I mean, his accent's super cool. But yeah, just head on over to these things, and I've already showed you you're going to get loads and loads of runaway mold. And that's why I've got so many here, so I can just sort of distribute this amongst all of those and get them all going at the same time. So you can just halve your stacks and stick them in here, set them going. So there you go. That's going to take me a little while. Let's go on to this one and do the same into this one. And I think you get the idea, people. So you've got yourself a lovely little farm here. If you need more of these, you can also set up a refiner farm, maybe on your freighter or something, because I think you can have as many refiners as you like there. On a base, you're restricted to something like 3 mediums and 2 larges. There's ways and means around that by glitching them in, but things go wrong, so I wouldn't advise it. Cool, but there we go. That's a nanite farm. That's how you can get shed loads of nanites using these questionable cakes. Heck yes, people in the viewerverse. Until next time, goodbye, goodbye, and goodbye again.